Persepolis, the story of a return. Chapter 15. The Convocation. September 1989. I was finally a student. The breakfast that my mother had prepared, just like she used to, the melancholy atmosphere of the beginning of autumn, my uniform, everything reminded me of the beginning of school. I'm really excited. Razor found me on the way. Toot toot! Do you think that we can tell people we're together? Are you crazy? Not on your life. If the administration discovers our relationship, we'll be kicked out. To them, we're breaking the law. He was exaggerating a little. From the moment we arrived at university, although boys and girls didn't mix, this didn't stop them from throwing each other flirtatious looks. Naturally, after all, law or no law, these were human beings. Many of the students knew one another already. In listening to them, I understood that they'd taken the preparatory classes together. Our first lesson was art history. What is generally known as Arab art and architecture should in fact be called the art of the Islamic Empire, which stretched from China to Spain. This art is a cross between Indian, Persian, and Mesopotamian art. Those whom we consider, like Avicenna, to be Arab scholars are, for the most part, anything but Arabs. Even the first book of Arab grammar was written by an Iranian. It was funny to see to what extent the Islamic Republic was not able to put an end to our chauvinism. To the contrary, people often compared the obscurantism of the new regime to the Arab invasion. According to this logic, being Persian meant not being a fanatic. But this parallel only went so far, considering the fact that our government wasn't composed of Arab invaders, but Persian fundamentalists. At lunchtime, the professor is very interesting, but oh my, does his mouth smell? Even 30 feet away you can smell his jackal's breath. Among the guys, a few even have haircuts. My God. Ha ha ha. Despite their uptight appearance, the girls in my class seem to be quite the comedians. Hey, look at the guy in the blue shirt. He's really not bad. They were talking about Razor. I suddenly found them a lot less funny. Hi, I'm Shuka. And I'm Niyusha. Nice to meet you. I'm Marjane. Niyusha had very green eyes, which made her the most sought after girl at the college. The majority of Iranians have black eyes. You've lived abroad? Yes, how did you know? Because of your maknaya. You wear it like a beginner. A hooded headscarf. Shuka was very funny. Unfortunately, when she got married 2 years later, her husband forbade her from associating with me. To him, I was an amoral person. It's true that wearing the veil was a real science. You had to make a special fold, like this. Not a hair shows in profile, but you see tufts from the front. Nevertheless, things were evolving. Year by year, women were winning an eighth of an inch of hair and losing an eighth of an inch of veil. With practice, even though they were covered from head to foot, you got to the point where you could guess their shape, the way they wore their hair, and even their political opinions. Obviously, the more a woman showed, the more progressive and modern she was. Coming home that evening. Hi everyone. So, how was your first day? Hi. Look what Grandma brought for you. Grandma? Ever since my cowardly act, my grandma hadn't been speaking to me. What's this? It's a cotton headscarf. This way your head can breathe, otherwise you'll be bald in no time. She had given me a gift. She had thought of my hair. She was talking to me. Phew, she had forgiven me. Oh, Grandma, thank you. Fine, fine, it's okay. I had forgotten her extreme intransigence. 1 week later, the clean shaven guy right over there, what's his name? Razor. Yes, Razor. Do you know him? No, why? Well, he can't stop ogling you. Hey. No, no, I hadn't even noticed him. You're right, he's not that great. Oh, he's not so bad. See, you do know him. Faced with the perspicacity of my girlfriends, I had no choice but to admit the truth. Students, students! Such discernment. I confess, I saw you last night in your car. I saw him last night in your car. Dirty liar, you really got me. Shh! Listen to what the director is saying. Your presence is required at 3 o'clock at the main campus. All those who are absent will be barred from attending classes for 2 weeks. It was at the main campus that the subjects common to all the colleges were taught. It was much more repressive than our college. As artists, we benefited from a little more liberty. For example, there girls and boys had to take different staircases, while where we were, everyone used to use the same staircase. I didn't get the staircase thing, because in any case we found ourselves together upstairs. But Shuka said it was to keep the boys from watching our butts while we climbed. I think she was right. Once in the amphitheatre, we discovered the reason for our convocation. The administration had organized a lecture with the theme of moral and religious conduct to show us the right path. We can't allow ourselves to behave loosely. It's the blood of our martyrs which has nourished the flowers of our republic. To allow oneself to behave indecently is to trample on the blood of those who gave their lives for our freedom. Also, I am asking the young ladies present here to wear less wide trousers and longer headscarves. You should cover your hair as well. You should not wear makeup. You should. Does anyone have any questions? If not, this meeting is over. Sir, I have a question. You say that our headscarves are short, that our pants are indecent, that we make ourselves up, etc. But as a student of art, a good portion of my time is spent in the studio. I need to be able to move freely to be able to draw. A longer headscarf will make the task even more difficult. As for our trousers, you criticize them for being too wide, even though they effectively hide our shape. Knowing that these trousers are in vogue right now, I ask the question, is religion defending our physical integrity, or is it just opposed to fashion? You don't hesitate to comment on us, but our brothers present here have all shapes and sizes of haircuts and clothes. Sometimes they wear clothes so tight that we can see everything. Why is it that I, as a woman, am expected to feel nothing when watching these men with their clothes sculpted on, but they, as men, can get excited by 2 inches less of my headscarf? Oh. After the lecture, you're really courageous. Bravo, what frank speaking. Thanks. Satrapi, you've been summoned by the Islamic Commission. Good luck. Is it serious? I really don't know. The director of our college had studied in the United States and remained quite secular. What is it? I've been summoned by the Islamic Commission. Oh shit. Wish me luck. It was as if I were going to meet my executioner. But to my pleasant surprise, my executioner proved to be the true religious man, the one who had passed me on the ideological test. So, Miss Satrapi, always saying what you think. It's good. You're honest, but you are lost. Yes. Read the sacred text. You'll see that wearing the veil is synonymous with emancipation. If you say so. It is not I who says it, it's God. I'm going to give you a second chance. This time you're not expelled. In exchange, I am asking you to imagine the uniform adapted to the needs of the students in your college. Nothing extravagant, you understand? Of course. I applied myself, designing the model that would please both the administration and the interested parties. Wasn't easy. I made dozens of sketches. This was the result of my research. A short headscarf, white trousers. Though subtle, these differences meant a lot to us. This little rebellion reconciled my grandmother and me. It's fear that makes us lose our conscience. It's also what transforms us into cowards. You had guts. I'm proud of you. And this is how I recovered my self esteem and my dignity. For the first time in a long time, I was happy with myself.